A few years ago, I was at my university. At that time, I was a smoker. Now, on one particular day, I had stopped before class to smoke a cigarette. Now, at that point, I discovered that my Zippo lighter had run out of fuel. So I asked one of my classmates if I could borrow his butane lighter and light my cigarette. And he was obliging, and I did so, and then I returned his butane lighter to him. And at that point, he asked me if he could examine my Zippo. I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, people like Zippos and they check them out. So it wasn't out of the ordinary for him to request this. However, after giving it to him, he just simply opened it up and attempted to light my Zippo with his butane lighter. I jumped up at him. I'm like, wait, dude, don't do that. You're going to burn my wick. And he just looks at me and starts laughing. And so does this entire gaggle of girls sitting behind him. All of a sudden, I'm being laughed at and scorned by these others because they're stuck in this preconceived notion of how things work. And it's wrong. And so for those of you that don't know, because up until this moment I had always thought it was common knowledge, that a wick wicks fluid up it, or fuel, and then what is on fire is that fuel and not the wick, right? And this is true of lamps, candles, and lighters, right? So, but they didn't know this. And I'm sure they're bright, smart people, right? But all of a sudden I find myself in a situation where I'm being laughed at because other people don't know better. And I'm sure it didn't help that it was a gaggle of pretty girls, you know, sitting there laughing at me. And for some reason, you know, my brain, you know, irrefutably works or thinks that pretty girls have, you know, their opinion matters more to me than, you know, than their counterpart, which is dumb, but genetic. And I didn't know how to handle the situation. So I tried to explain it to them, and, you know, they didn't care. They were just like, yeah, whatever, you're an idiot. Burning a wick. Of course, wicks burn, you dumbass, you know. And I'm just like, what the hell, you know? The earth really does revolve around the sun. But it's hard to prove that when people don't actually listen. So, anyway, that's the vlog for the day. It is April 17th. And have a good night.